Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we'll be doing the first ever full flight on this channel from Munich in Germany to London Heathrow. We have some free VATSIM.to scenery here at Munich, however I'm using the Eddm-Eggl's scenery at Heathrow. So let's get straight into the cockpit then. Here we are in the cockpit. Let's come to the iPad of the Phoenix A320 with the IAE engines with the shark clip wingtips, as you can see right there. We can see we have 26 minutes until we need to be out of here, so let's get the external power to on. Batteries 1 and 2. Nav. Switch this to captain. Cruise supply to on. Emergency exit lights to arm. Nav and logo lights. Strobe lights to auto. And everything else in here is good for now. On the right side, let's come to the ATSU page. AOC menu. Flight init data request. Like so. USB bird 118 Munich to Heathrow. FMGC page here. Clear that message. Init request. Just lower these brightness there. IRS init. Confirm a line. And then we'll input speedbird 118. Cost index today will be 5, and our cruising altitude will be 34,000 feet, flight level 340. Let's come to the mass imbalance page, load aircraft, GSX boarding and refueling. If it's gonna let me do that. There we go. And we can just clear the company message, the load sheet here. Right, let's tune in to Munich ground on 121.710. Keep on scrolling. 121.710. There we go. We got our lovely ADC there. Right, so let's get the IFR clearance. Just waiting for a gap.
Austrian 28 Hotel, push start approved, facing south, Echo 3, blue line.
And we will switch both of these to VOR1, and we can switch it on there as well on the other side. And I didn't need the armrest.
I got Condor for Lima Echo for clearance
Okay.
and speedbird.
Now we just wait until there's a gap for us to request our clearance.
Condor for 5, Lima Echo called for clearance.
And boarding's already completed. I might as well get my APU started, because as soon as I get my clearance, I'm ready to go. Right, dismiss that. Send to the MCDU. Departure path. Sync load sheet. Sync live weather. Calculate. Send to MCDU. AP start.
So push and start approved, facing south.
Push and start approved, facing south, Condor 5, Michael.
And speedbird 1, sorry again, no ready to copy your clearance.
If I'm ready to copy the clearance.
Seatbelt 118, cleared London Heathrow, give me 1 November, departure, flight time route, climb via sit, to flight level 70, squawk T553.
Squawking 3553, climb via SID to flight level 70, give it 1 November departure, speedbird 118.
Seatbelt 118, confirm climb via SID to flight level 70, then rest was correct.
Can you repeat that for speedbird 118, please?
Lufthansa 410, standby, number 1 passieren. Lufthansa 4, Lufthansa 4, Romeo Golf, push and start.
SID given 1 November. Insert that. 3, 5, 5, 3. Beacon lights on. Both lights on there.
Seatbelt 118, push and start approved. Push and start approved, facing north, Echo 3 orange.
Clear for push and start, facing north on Echo 3 orange, speedbird 118.
Seatbelt,
Finally, let's get our pushback here.
Seatbelt 945.
Just waiting for GSX now.
Via Echo 2.
Parking brake released.
Seatbelt 945, contact meeting tower on 118 Smith 705.
Right, engine 2 start now. Engine 1 start now. AP bleed off, AP master switch to off, taxi lights to on. Right, now this clock can start. Ignition switch to normal. Flaps on. Ground spoilers armed.
For Lima Quebec at 249 Bravo and information for
Flight control check. Full left. Full right. Full up.
via space 5070, place for destination
Full down.
safety at departure, the phone number.
Rudder left.
Lima 6 Kilo,
Rudder
confirm
right.
standby, sit to flight level 70.
That's all good.
Confirm one.
Sit to flight level 70, squawk 25,
Alright, let's check the cabin. Speedbird 1 minute, ready for taxi.
Speedbird 118, 62, entry November 4 via Echo 3, Delta 6 Orange, Echo 2, November 4.
Taxi to November 4 via Echo 3, Delta 6 Orange, and Echo 2, Speedbird 1 minute.
All stations standby.
Right, auto brake to max. Let's get some thrust in here. Wow, those engines sound beautiful. Right, so taxi Echo 3, Delta 6 Orange, holding at November 4. So we've arrived at November 4 now, and we just stay here until we are ready.
Flight 118, contact München Tower and 118 destination 05.
Taxi left, Delta 1, 2 and November.
Speedbird 118 at November 4. Taxi Alpha 5, hold short of Mike. Right, so we need to go onto Mike here, which is just ahead of us. Give way to the Lufthansa A320, passing from left to right, then taxi via Mike to holding point Alpha 13, Speedbird 1 minute. Right, so we're taking Alpha 13, which is here, and let's go.
40 seconds, repeat.
I guess they're letting that A350 take off before me. I'll just have to wait a bit then. There we go. Takeoff lights can come on. Landing lights can come on. Runway turn-off lights 2 on as well. Line up runway 26 right, Speedbird 1 minute. Right, let's just swing it nice and quickly onto runway 26 right. Wow, they just rotated just now. That's a long takeoff there. Strobe lights on. Clear for takeoff from a 26 right, speed with 118. Right, here we go. Brakes 50%. Clear. There we go. Forward pressure, man flex 68 SRS runway. Autofrost is blue. Chrono is set. Almost forgot that. Knots checked, pressure neutralized. V1 rotate.
Alright, level 771 Mike, November 4.
Positive climb, gear up, fan spoilers armed.
One more time for that. Back instruction.
We'll just do some hand flying for a bit. Just to keep it a bit fun.
Alpha 1 green, round 26 right, 719.
Right, level climb, flaps up. Autopilot 1 engaged. We'll come up here, runway, turn the lights off, these lights off, same here. 123.905, thanks for the HC, bye bye. Munich departure, speedbird 118, passing 5,200 for 7,000 feet. Climb flight level 190, speedbird 1 minute. There we go. Alright guys, I'll see you when we've reached our cruising altitude. For now, enjoy the flight and I'll see you then. Alright everyone, we've reached our cruising altitude of 37,000 feet, and it seems like there is quite a lot of clouds currently whilst we're flying over Frankfurt at this time. So the seatbelt signs can come off, and then I'll just do that. There's nothing much to do right now except for monitoring the flight. So I'll catch you back when I'm at the top of the descent, which is in, I would estimate, around 40-ish minutes. So I'll see you then. Alright, we just got a message from, I believe that's Brussels control, I'm not so sure. But I need to contact them on 121.100. 131. There we go. This is very hectic here. Oh, speedbird 118, flight level 340.
Speedbird 118, control identified.
Speedbird 118.
This was 118, monitor advisory, 122.8,
122.8, right. Speedbird 118 descending to flight level 23210. Right. We need to get down quickly. I might expedite my descent for now because as you can see that waypoint is really near. And the Brussels controller, I think they forgot to hand me off earlier. Anyways, that's fine. So let's get the charts page up, and then Heathrow. And when I'm here, I'm probably also gonna need the names. So taxiing. This one just includes all of the named bits like Pluto and Luhmann, but that's fine for now. So at waypoint Logan, I should be at flight level 250. I might do a small hold at waypoint Sabre unless I get to flight level 160 in time. The next frequency that I will need will be Heathrow Tower, and it's the same 80s as before, and they are on 118.505, and then switches to 118. There we go, all ready for arrival. Speedbird 118 holding at waypoint Sabre for flight level 160. Speedbird 118. And I'll enter my destination data. QNH. Refresh the meta. Apply it. QNH 1025. 1025. Temperature 10 degrees and 300 at 14 knots. Yeah, at 14 knots. The transition level at Heathrow is flight level 70, so I'll put that here, 7,000 or 70. And then ILS, I got 278 for my barometer, and that is good. At waypoint Lambourne, we should be at 7,000, and then we can start the approach phase. Get down to 7,000 again, and someone is contacting me. 119730. 119. Speedbird 118.
Speedbird 118, direct dial, fly heading 0, correction 270 degrees.
Fly heading 270 degrees, Speedbird 118. Right, we started our vectors for the ILS from Mate 27 right.
6,000 feet, QNH 1025. Cruise 118.
Speedbird 118, go ahead.
Oh yeah, you didn't respond to my last instruction, which sent the 6,000 feet on QNH of 1025.
Send 6,000 feet, QNH 1025, sorry about that.
Speedbird 118, turn left heading 120 degrees.
Speedbird 118, turn left heading 120 degrees.
Speed 8 Yankee, speed 160 knots, speed 118, speed 180 knots.
Speed 180 knots, Speedbird 118.
Speed 224, turn left, speed 118, turn altitude 5,000 feet.
Turn 5,000 feet, Speedbird 118.
Speed 118, turn altitude 4,000 feet, and turn right heading 180 degrees.
Turn right heading 180 degrees, descend 4,000, Speedbird 118.
Off, first
Right.
Russia 3 Alpha Lima, turn left heading 0.
180 degrees is set. Oh! No, that's a problem with autopilot.
So that's Austrian 3
That's
Alpha
annoying.
Lima, turn left. Speed 118, turn right, speed 300 degrees.
Right heading 300 degrees, speed of 118.
Skyway's 82, come 122,
There we go.
18, goodbye.
All fixed now. I don't know why my
Russia 3
speed
Alpha
is
Lima, climb down, flight level
glitching.
160. Speed CT4, descend altitude 2,000 feet, cleared ILS approach, runway 27 right.
Right, 3
Skyway's 82, descend altitude 5,000 feet.
300 is set. Tower frequency is 18505.
Speed 8 kilo, descend.
Right, there we go.
Skyway's 82, turn
You can see there are loads of buildings in the scenery.
We might need to put you in a hold, but we'll see. Further close. Correction, speed 118, descend altitude 2,000 feet, cleared ILS approach, runway 27 right.
Descend 2,000 feet, cleared ILS runway 27 right, speed of 118. Okay, landing system on both sides. My landing nets can just come on. Flaps 2 is set, and we'll keep it like that for now. And we'll wait for 6 miles out until we put the gears down. Glide slope is back. Speed's 160 until 4 DME, contact tower, bye bye. Right, flaps 3 is set, contacting tower, and then we'll just go into the path page. Right, ground spoilers are armed, brake to medium, no, brake to low, the runway is quite long. Gear down, and all my lights can come on. Flaps full. Continue approach runway 27 right, speed 118. Right, there we go. Bring down nice and easy. There's lots of wind. Aircraft's mine. Oh, lots of wind here in Heathrow. Whoa. Okay. It's slipping off to the left a bit. That's not what I want.
Right Alpha, Hotel 525.
Clear to land on runway 27 right, speed of 1 minute. Right, here we go.
500.
A bit high. Oh, I forgot to set my final approach speed. That's fine. Oh, we're really fast. Right, land.
Tower Silver 902, destination start 513.
Minima.
Continue. We're very to the left.
Once clear of the company, pushing start approved, face south. Silver 902.
Right. Thrusts idle.
30. 20. Retard.
Uh-oh. Oh, we got a bounce. We got a bounce. Right. Versus green. Right. That was a very hard landing. 70 knots. We can vacate here. Right. Well, everyone, welcome to London Heathrow.
Second left and Alpha, hold short Bravo.
We have made it after how long? 1 hour and 42 minutes. That was a really hard landing. For those who didn't know, that was minus 328. Quite hard there. And I'll just stay here. Taxi Alpha, stand 109, speedbird 109. 509, speedbird 109. Right, so AP start. Let's get the map back again. 509. There we go. Show me the spot and activate. Flaps set to 2. I got a VDGS parking today, so that will be quite fun. Flaps 1 and flaps 0. There we go. So from my taxi out, that's been 2 hours. View available, AP bleed goes on. And we don't need the taxi lights because it is really, really bright. That's my stand. Right, here we are. Alpha is near. Is not this left, but we're really fast. It's actually my first time using a VDGS parking system, so hopefully I can get it right today. And it's my second left here.
Alright, that's a new process. So, then it's going to be Lima, and link to 8, and November 1.
Correct, thanks. Golden 2, taxi Kilo, Bravo, stand 221. Kilo, Bravo, stand 221. Golden Kilo, taxi Mike, Alpha, Charlie, 542. G'day.
Lovely, and we'll send it on to Alpha here. Slow down.
Roger, thank you. Speedbird 638, clear for takeoff.
Stand 509 is 508, and 509 is next.
Not a way to zoom this, but let him.
And we'll swing it in nice and slowly here. Right, single engine procedures here. So we'll just slow it down by a lot. Go left. It's actually helpful to have this here.
No, we're just left over takeoff.
Stop. Right, both engines shut down. Taxi lights off. Beacon lights can go off. Oh my.
North, variable between 280 and 350
Beacon lights
degrees.
off.
Visibility 10
Lovely,
kilometers
up
or
there.
more. Radar detected cumulonimbus clouds. Temperature.
That's strange. I don't know why I did that. Commence deboarding. Well, everyone, welcome to London Heathrow. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a lovely day. Bye bye.